They told you to wake up from your dreams, to be realistic, to accept your place in the world. But what if I told you that's the real delusion? You wake up at 3 a.m. drenched in sweat. Another nightmare where you're still stuck, still small, still invisible. But here's what they don't tell you. That fear, that pain, that voice screaming in your head that you're not enough, it's a liar. And you've been believing it your whole life. I'm not here to tell you it gets easier. I'm not here to sell you some fantasy where you wake up tomorrow and everything's fixed. No, I'm here to tell you something darker, something true. You're going to suffer either way. You can suffer the pain of discipline, or you can suffer the pain of regret. One builds you, one buries you. Choose your suffering. You know what the saddest thing is? Not failure, not rejection, not even death. It's living your entire life in a cage you built yourself, brick by brick, excuse by excuse. I'm too old. I'm too broken. It's too late. And then, one day, you're on your deathbed, and the person you could have been is standing there, looking at you, asking why you abandoned them. But here's the secret they don't want you to know. That person, they're still in there, buried under years of doubt, under layers of other people's opinions, under the weight of every time you chose comfort over courage. They're still breathing, barely, but still alive. So let me ask you something. What if you're not delusional for believing you can be great? What if you're delusional for believing you're not? Think about it. You accept the story that you're average, ordinary, just another face in the crowd. Based on what? Based on the fact that you haven't done it yet. Based on the opinions of people who are just as lost as you. That's not reality. That's programming. I want you to understand something. Every single person who changed the world was called crazy, delusional, unrealistic. They were told to come back to Earth. You know what they did? They built a rocket instead. Not because they were special, but because they refused to believe the lie that they weren't. So here's what you're going to do. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, when that voice tells you to stay small, stay safe, stay quiet, I want you to smile, because now you know the truth. That voice, it's not protecting you, it's terrified of you. Because somewhere deep down, in a place you've forgotten, you know what you're capable of. This is your life, your one life, not a rehearsal, not a draft. And every single day, you wait for permission, for the perfect moment, for someone to believe in you first, is a day you'll never get back. So be delusional, be unrealistic, be the person everyone thinks is crazy. Because 20 years from now, when you're standing on top of the mountain they said didn't exist, you'll realize the only delusion was ever believing them. Now get up and become who you've always been. You're going to die. Not someday, not eventually, soon. And you know what the universe will do when you're gone? Nothing. It won't pause. It won't mourn. It won't even notice. So why are you living like you have forever? Let me paint you a picture. It's 2 a.m. You're 47 years old. You're lying in bed next to someone whose name you've said 10,000 times, but whose soul you've never met. Your phone is glowing. Debt notifications, job you hate, kids who barely know you, and you remember you used to have a dream. What was it again? You can't even remember anymore. That's not a nightmare. That's Tuesday. You want to know what's really dark? It's not failure. Failure is honest. What's dark is watching yourself disappear day by day, choice by choice, Compromise by compromise, until you look in the mirror one morning and who the fuck is that? They broke you. Your parents with their fear disguised as wisdom. Your teachers who killed your creativity and called it education. Your friends who pulled you down because your light made them face their darkness. They broke you, and you let them. You swallowed the poison and asked for seconds. Here's what nobody tells you about rock bottom. Some people set up camp there. They hang pictures. They get comfortable. They convince themselves it's not that bad. They call it being realistic. They call it maturity. They call it accepting your limitations. It's suicide in slow motion. You know what the worst part is? You're already dead. The person you were supposed to be? The one with fire in their eyes and madness in their heart? They died years ago. Murdered by your own hand. Killed by every time you said tomorrow. Every time you chose the easier path. Every time you let fear whisper in your ear and believed it was reason. You're a ghost. Walking, talking, breathing, but dead. And here's what makes me sick. You know this. Deep down, in that place you don't visit anymore because it hurts too much. You know you're capable of extraordinary things, but you're too scared to find out. Because what if you try and fail? What if you reach for the stars and fall? As if falling is worse than never jumping. As if dying in battle is worse than rotting in a cage. Let me tell you a secret. There's a version of you that exists in a parallel universe. Same DNA, same starting point, but they made different choices. When fear spoke, they said, "Watch me." When doubt crept in, they ran toward it screaming. When the world said impossible, they heard, "I'm possible." And right now, that version of you is living your dream. While you rot in theirs, tick, tick, tick. That's not a clock, that's your life. Every second that passes, gone. Every hour you waste, dead. Every day you choose comfort, buried. Time is a predator, and you're the prey. So here's your choice. You can close this video, go back to sleep, scroll through your phone, numb yourself with whatever drug you prefer, Netflix, food, porn, social media, alcohol. You can keep pretending that one day, magically, things will change. That motivation will strike like lightning, that someone will save you. Or you can accept the truth. Nobody's coming. There is no cavalry. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. And now is bleeding out while you wait. I'm not here to inspire you. I'm here to wake you from the dead. You want dark? You're living in it. You want scary? Look at your future if nothing changes. You are capable of violence against your own mediocrity. You are capable of burning down every excuse. You are capable of becoming so dangerous to your old self that it begs for mercy. So make a choice. Right now, not tomorrow, not Monday, not next year. Die slow and comfortable, or die fighting for something that matters, because either way, you're going to die. The only question is, will you die empty, or will you die used up? Every drop, every breath, every ounce of potential spent. The abyss is staring at you. It's been staring your whole life. Stare back and become the monster you need to be.